Tam kaldığımız noktadan en son kitabı okumuştuk ve devam ediyoruz. Bu ne? Aa, çal. Aa, ne diyorsun? Ayıp olmaz mı? Bak, ben piyano çalınca bir şeyler oluyor. Aa, Draugen. Draugen ya da piyanolarla barışıyor muyuz ya? Vay! Kazasız belasız piyano çaldım lan. Merhaba abi. Vay! Piyanolarla barışıyor muyuz demek mi oluyor, bu nedir? Ne güzel ev ya. Şuna bakın, nasıl satayım ya. Ne güzel küçük küçük odalar falan. Oh, balkon. Of. Öf. Hadi değil deyin, hadi. Öf değil deyin şuna. Şu direk olmasa, şu bayrak da olmasa, şuradan şu manzaraya bak. Lan. Heh. Şahane ya. Böcek mi lan o? Ha yok, ot. Şey, tütün. Ot. Aynen ot. Anahtar lazım. Baksana ya, ne kadar güzel. Odalarda üstteki, alttaki döşek, üstteki ha, soğuk değil mi? Yorgan, o yüzden öyle, aynen. Doğru. Çoğunuz bilmez soba muhabbetini. Sobayı yakarsın, tamam mı? Üf, bir terlersin aga. Ya bir yanar ortalık. Öf yani, çıkarırsın kazağı. Sonra yavaş yavaş soba bir sönmeye başlar. Donarsın, tekrar çıkardıklarını geri giyersin. Sonra yorganın altına girersin. Öyleydi yani, bir evin bir dengesi yoktu. Soba öyledir. Canınız rahat, hiç neyin ne olduğunu görmediğiniz için. Düğmeye basıyor, ah, klima. Düğmeye basıyor, ah, kombi. Değil mi kız? Ne gördünüz? Kız sen ne yapıyorsun ya? Ben sabah kalkardım. 6'ya gelirken falan, bak. Abartmıyorum. 2 saat sıra beklerdim. Ne sırası biliyor musunuz? Sıra alma sırası. Tabi doktora gireceksin ya. O sıraya almak için sıraya girerdin. Sonra da yine 2 saat beklerdin. Sıran gelsin diye bu seferde. Aa, bu orada. Aa. Şömineyi kim yaktı lan? Hakikaten bu böyleydi yani. Ha.
Wasn't there an inscription inside?
Simon gave that book to Ruth. But
Çikolata diyordu.
Johann or Anna, if they believed Simon killed her.
But they were friendly, right? Simon and Ruth. Before...
I imagine so. And we know the sisters were close.
I still don't understand why the brothers had a falling out.
Whatever drove a wedge between them, it was big.
Yani olabilir. Ha ne diyordum? Hakikaten beklerdim. Hatırlıyorum ya, Samatya Hastanesi. Sahile giderdim. Orada beklerdim bak. O kadar boş vaktim olduğuna inanıyordum ki. Biliyordum ki yani. Bakın bu yırtılan fotoğraf işte. Şapkayı mı koyacağım şimdi? Aynen.
What are you doing?
Şapkayı
Betty will
koyuyorum.
want these back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now, please. I'm exhausted.
Aynen. Bu ne? Bir şey görünmüyor ki.
You do look exhausted.
Oo.
Go to bed, Edward. I'll tuck you in.
Ciddi mi? Ya burada yatılır mı ya? Edward yani hiç kafam basmıyor valla.
Quite the day, huh?
Yemin ediyorum.
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Şöyle bir
Don't
şey
stay
var.
up late.
Burada
Wake me if you hear the fretlings
koltukta
arriving.
yatmaya çalışıyorsun tek başına ya.
And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that come behind you in your sleep.
Al işte.
There are no.
Hush now. Sleep.
Ha gün gün gidiyor böyle. Hadi bakalım. İnşallah yine garip bir uyanma olmaz. Lan korkuyorum lan. Lizzie, Alice, Lizzie, bu ne ya? Hepsi güzel isim de.
Teddy, is that you?
Neredesin
Where
kız?
are you?
I'm upstairs.
Ha tamam. Ruth'un odasında bu.
This is her room.
Ya niye giyiniksin ya?
Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic.
Yani.
I'll help you look. There's still no sign of the Fretlands.
Maybe they left town after Ruth died.
What's the point of this? I should be looking for Betty.
I hate you sometimes.
What am I looking for?
Anything out of the ordinary. Something that could explain what happened to Ruth.
This is real life, not a whodunit by Agatha Christie. There won't be a convenient series of clues leading to a tidy conclusion.
Says you.
This is a waste of time.
Edward, you horrid man! Sorry. Please stay. I can't stand the thought
Ya
of Ruth
kalırım,
tossed
kalmasa
aside
da.
because you're too busy to care.
There's nothing here.
What about these drawings? They could...
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an
Ha,
odd
Draugen
book for a
oymuş.
child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the Black Seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester. But instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared. Though someone
Biz onu mu gördük acaba?
That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there,
Olabilir.
on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
And... Your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
Öf. Oh.
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh. Ama onun için geldik.
There's nothing here.
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child?
Yani.
Edward? She wasn't Monet. She was 8. This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle. Simon and his father on the other.
The community divided.
Ne alaka ya? Yani yan yana oturamıyorlar işte, o kadar yer alıyor diye düşündüm ben.
She found something.
Bir şey
Where's that
bulmuş.
supposed to be?
A cave. Or the...
Mine. Could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw.
Vay be. Madende bir şey bulmuş. Aha, burada da kavga mı olmuş?
That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Bir şeyler olmuş. Şunu tam olarak ne için kullanıyor anlamıştım. Harbi mi lan? Yok canım, tuvaleti vardır ya. Tamam, bu eli yüzü yıkamak için de yani. Aa, Draugen'ı çizmiş lan.
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson.
For the pencil.
Curse.
Ne? Ha.
What is that figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
Ha, ben
Figment
de.
of her imagination. But the box she drew. It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
Yarasalar çıkmasın içinde. Ya da kızın bulduğu şey. Aa, yine o iğne.
What is this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. They belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys.
Yani.
Wait! The pin! On the doll!
Ama ben de öyle
This is
dedim.
where it came from. Her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her
Madende işte.
drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a grave site.
Bak, bu da olabilir.
Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian. or
Öldürülmesinin sebebi bu olabilir mi?
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things. There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
She didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic
This
events.
is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and...
Ne oluyor
Is
lan?
that a bell?
The church bell. Someone's here. Maybe... Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble.
Ya niye
I need to get to
hemen
the church
Betty?
right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should
I
be
told
careful.
you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
Are you coming?
In a minute. You go on ahead.
Alice!
In here.
Bilerek bastım ne
Where
oluyor
are
diye.
you?
Upstairs.
Şu taraftan değil mi lan? Ay şuraya bak ağaçlara mı? Ay oh be. Eh be. O ne lan? Ha keçi. Keçi.
All these fresh graves. Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty-
Oh.
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward. Your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
Kız sen de yani kardeşi.
No one's touched these since yesterday. Regardless of how they got past the wards, there's someone in there.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Yine mi bir şey yok ya? Ne yani burası sadece kiliseyi sıcak tutmak için mi yapılmış?
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Can
Yani.
you peek through the boards?
Baktım da bulanık. Ha kaldır. Ulan arkadaş.
See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Ya rüzgardır belki de. Ne yapayım yani şimdi?
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Ha, vur depiyi. Ben vurmayı tercih ederdim.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. I didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet.
Atarlanma lan kıza.
Betty? Are you here?
Ha ha Betty çalıyor ha.
This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
That bell still bothers me.
What's this rope for?
Çan
The
için.
bell.
Yani ben bile şey yaptım.
Lizzie,
Aa, eldivenleri.
Betty's gloves.
Yani kimin olacak başka?
They are definitely Betty's. She got
Abi
these
kim
in
koyuyor
Boston
bunları buraya?
before she
Tamam,
left for
bak.
New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she...
Ama Lizzie sen de yani.
Here.
Where? And why would she
Evet.
leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message.
Ya
She knew
Betty
I'd
bırakıyor
recognize
olsa
her
Betty niye
gloves.
bıraksın? Ben buradayım demez mi?
She's left a trail for me to follow, like
Lan Betty niye
Ariadne's red thread.
iz bıraksın? Ben buradayım der gelirdi.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
Sen de ne atar lan Betty için? Allah Allah. Sonuçta buraya bunun için gelmediniz mi siz ya? Dizi? Valla
Terrible mess.
First this store, then this. What was wrong with these people?
They were
What happened here?
the sign on the door. God is not here.
nerede yazıyor lan?
Their faith was challenged. And
Ne
it
oluyor
didn't
lan?
survive. I'm no closer to Betty than I was yesterday.
Maybe she never made it to Grovik.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course she's here.
Ama
I
şeyde
found
öyle
her
yazmıyordu.
scarf, her hat, and her gloves.
Günlükte. Değil mi? Günlükte öyle değildi. Gelmedi diyordu.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I
Ha.
told you, she was perceptive.
Tilly varandra.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us. It sounds like Grovik was split in two. Between those who
Allah.
stood by Johann and those who supported
Ne
Frederick.
oluyor lan?
Because of Ruth.
Kasaba bölünmüş.
From before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and
Ha,
disagreement.
daha öncesinde olmuş. Allah Allah.
Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune. What
Sen
am I
ne
doing?
yapıyorsun ya?
We're in a church.
I thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
Al sana cevap. İner misin oradan aşağı lütfen?
Not leaving until I find some
Hay
sign
Betty'nin
of Betty.
şimdi tamam
Whatever
anladık.
you say. The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it.
İner
This is
misin
an
oradan
act of
aşağı?
Desperation and anger. The church book, a record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead,
Aynen
Her
hadi.
name would be in the book.
Olur muydu acaba?
vandals tore it to pieces.
I don't think the
Aa,
missing pages left the church. Look,
sen de alsaydın be tatlım.
how many pages are missing?
I
Yeah.
counted 4.
Ha,
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition.
hadi bakalım.
1-0 to Team Me.
Tamam. 2.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are. Found another one.
Hadi be.
You get it. It's right here. Just one more page missing.
Aa doğru, ilkini o bulmuştu değil mi? O neydi lan? Ha. Ya sen niye keçi gibi geziyorsun oralarda ya?
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it.
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document.
Bakacağız. Tabloya mamloya bakacağız hepsine ama bu bölüm burada bitsin. Bakalım. Aha. Ha yok. Bakalım kim bulacak önce? Yeni bölümde anlayacağız. Kendinize iyi bakın. Allah'a emanet.